my name is Brittany Reiger. I'm filming a lesson plan for science and early childhood. Here is my student ID. Today we are making edible soil. So this lesson was chosen because Montgomery loves to cook and work in groups. So in the classroom, you would split up all your kids into like groups of 2 or 3, and then each table would get some snacks to make their soil. So today we're learning about soil composition with this yummy snack. To start, I would read the book Dirt, The Scoop on Soil by Natalie Rosinski. So the book explains layers of soil. It goes into what's in each layer, and it talks about kids going in and feeling each layer, which is really cool. And the book has different fun pictures too to go with it. I won't read that because it's a little bit long. It'll go over the 5 to 7 minutes I got. So yeah, let's move into the yummy part of the lesson. Pre-work, before your lesson, you would put each of the materials into little Tupperware containers. That way each table can have some. You'll need Oreos, pudding, chocolate chips, gummy worms, sprinkles, a clear cup, and a spoon. You don't necessarily need to put the labels on these items because the students can put them on as they're building up their soil. Let's go into it. So the first layer of soil is bedrock. Bedrock is a solid rock. It's part of Earth's core. It would be at the bottom of our soil, and it's represented by a whole Oreo. So we'll drop that down, make sure it's flat because bedrock is flat. We'll stick that down there. So we got bedrock. The next layer of soil is rock fragments, which is made up from pieces of the bedrock that have been just withered away and through different processes that are chemical and natural processes that breaks up the bedrock. So we got some crushed Oreos, which makes sense because that's the actual bedrock. So we got that going on. Oh, let's get it all in there. So we got that next. The next layer we got is our subsoil. Subsoil doesn't really have any organic materials in it. It does contain a lot of minerals though that feed the rest of the layers. So let's go ahead and spoon some in. Oh yeah. Oh, we got some subsoil on the side, my bad. All right. Let's label that right here. Subsoil. Made my labels a little bit too big, that's okay. Next we got topsoil. Topsoil has nutrients, bacteria, fungus, and different life in the section. So I chose to do different sizes of chocolate chips. So we have big chocolate chips and we have mini chocolate chips. So we're gonna go ahead and add that next. We have our topsoil. So in between the topsoil and the organic layer is life, like I was mentioning in this one. So we're gonna represent that with some gummy worms. Other life that it can include insects as well. And the bacteria and the fungus is alive too. So we have organisms. And then the top layer is going to be the organic layer. This layer includes plants, and also organisms. Our plant today is going to be grass on top of everything, and that's represented by our sprinkles. All right, see that our earthworms are crawling through the grass. All right, so this is our soil. This is a great way for kids to really interact with the soil, you know, building it themselves as we go through and do it. I know they'll be super excited to move on to the next one, but we'll all do it together. That way we can talk about what's in it, and I wouldn't be explaining what bedrock is, I would be asking the class. So we are doing our bedrock layer. What is our bedrock layer? What does it consist of? And then the students can answer that themselves because we just learned it in the dirt. So yeah, as we go through, they can do this. At the end of the activity, I would wrap up by letting them eat it. Of course, it's very yummy. And then while they're eating, I would just review what we learned today. And I would just go over each of the layers one more time, and maybe talk a little bit more in depth than what was answered in the questions as we were building our soil. So yeah, that's my lab, my yummy lab. I'm excited to eat this once we get off camera. But yeah, thanks so much. Have a great day.